Alright, thrill seekers, I wanted to do a non-Zen video for once, and since I did 3 Zen videos this week, I feel like I'm entitled. But first, the Zen part. My friend Shozan Jackhaubner, that's his pen name, but we'll use it. But anyway, I know him by a different name. He has started a video channel, and I've noticed it's not getting loads of views, so it needs to get loads of views. And if you like what you see on this video channel with me talking to you, you will like what Shozan Jackhaubner has to say. And in case you don't know who Shozan Jackhaubner is, he is the author of these 2 books, Zen Confidential and Single White Monk. I think these are both very good books. They're in some ways real similar to my books, but in some ways kind of different. He's not trying to explicitly teach you what Zen is all about, although that does come up in the books, but he's telling you the truth about being an American Zen monk. He's in the Rinzai tradition. He's done a lot more of what most people think of as monastic practice than I have. So in a lot of ways, I kind of admire what he's done with his life, and he's really, put himself into it. And now he's doing a video channel, so go take a look. Now, on to the thing I wanted to talk about. There's a company called Mill Creek, and I don't work for them. I don't get paid for them. They did send me some free Blu Rays, so that's about all I got from them. But they've been putting out Ultraman on Blu Ray. And this is the first time that Ultraman has been done right in America on any kind of video media. And it's kind of sad that it's a little late in the game, but these are really high quality products. They really have the best stuff on them. And you get these sort of download card typey thingies. I don't know what you call them. But if you don't feel like sticking a Blu-ray in your player, you can go and it gives you a thingy, like a code, that you can watch them as streaming. So there you go. That's really convenient too. But the ones I wanted to talk about that I thought were really interesting were these. Because if anybody who's like sort of tangentially interested in my life would know that I worked for the company that made Ultraman for 15 or so years. Both in Japan and in the United States. And Mill Creek has put out these 2 DVDs, which are special things that are not, I think you can only order them online. I don't think they sell them in stores. Well, does anybody go to DVD stores anymore except for people in LA? But this is them. And they contain English dubbed episodes of Ultraman. So this is the way I first saw Ultraman back in, the 70s when I was a little kid. So if you want to know what I fell in love with, they contain some of the best episodes. This one in particular, which just came out like a month ago, which is called Secrets of the Rise of Ultraman, contains the episode Graveyard of Monsters. Let's see, make sure I'm right about that. Yeah, the Monster Graveyard, which is the episode in which I first saw Buddhist monks. That's the first time I ever saw Buddhist monks, would have been on this episode. There are Buddhist monks doing a funeral service for all the monsters that Ultraman has killed, because that's what Ultraman does. Monsters come along, sort of Godzilla-type monsters come along and attack a Japanese city, and Ultraman, who's a giant superhero as big as Godzilla, fights them and usually kills them. And often they're kind of sort of misunderstood creatures, because they don't really set out to cause harm, but they do cause harm, so somebody has to go get rid of them, and that's Ultraman. And what I think is really good about this is it's done right, and I'll tell you a little backstory. Well, first I'll tell you why it's done right. The color and the what do you call it, picture quality is really just as good as you're ever going to get for a program that's 50 years old. Is it more than 50 years old? Anyway, it's old. And they've done a great job of cleaning it up and making it look nice. And the audio is great and all in sync with the English language stuff and the Japanese, which is both on there, and subtitles and everything else like that. So they really did a good job of making that work. And here's the backstory. Okay, back in the early parts of this century, of the 21st century, when I was still working for Tsuburaya Productions, one of the things I did was gather together all of the the English dub tracks of the first Ultraman show. We had English, Spanish, and French dubbed tracks, which were acquired by a company that used to be part of the Tsuburaya Productions family called Ultraman. They managed to get these English dubbed tracks, and then they went out of business, and then the tracks got sent to me, sent to our office, but basically sent to me, and I stored them in this horrible warehouse, which was terrible for them, and then I moaned and complained and yelled and screamed until they finally put them in a better storage facility, and I cataloged them all, and then at one point I sent them to Canada to be digitized, so we had digital copies of all of them, in all episodes in French, Spanish, and English. And then I left the company, and the company promptly lost all of them. Lost all that stuff. Well, as it turns out, because I was talking to the folks at Mill Creek and telling via them, the people who still work for Tsuburaya, what's going on, they managed to find a box of them that contained some of the episodes, and that's why they haven't released, Mill Creek has not released the full set with the English dubs, because I don't know how many episodes they found in the end, but they've released, 16 episodes? 18. That's what, 18 episodes they've released in the English form so far, and maybe 18 is all they managed to find out of the 39 episodes that exist. I don't know. But I'm glad they're coming out, and I'm glad they're in good condition, and like I say, this second one, The Secrets of the Rise of Ultraman, actually contains some of my favorite episodes, which I already mentioned: The Monster Graveyard, A Gift from the Sky, which is a great episode, Phantom of the Snow Mountain. These are really good episodes that I remember really well. Oh, also Human Specimens 5 and 6. I watched that one last night. It is creepy. It is a really creepy episode about interdimensional aliens called Dada, who look really bizarre. And so, I don't know, I just thought I'd wax poetic about those and tell you, about it. I sound like a big advertisement for it. I'm not getting any money for them, but, whatever. We'll see how it goes, and I hope they find the rest of the episodes. So that's just a quick video to tell you about that stuff and to tell you about shows on Jackhaubner and all that. So, see you next time. Have a good time all the time. Bye. Ziggy, what do you think of Ultraman? We were watching it last night, weren't we? You were sitting on the couch with me, and we were watching Dada, weren't we? Do you like Ultraman? Ziggy, do you like Ultraman? Maybe not.